Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you're okay. The video of today, I wanted to dive directly in. I wanted to talk about some decks that for me personally really have, well, my kind of Scorpio energy, Um, and let's see. For a long time, the only deck that really fitted that need for me was my Toast Tarot. I have it here. Let me take it because it still feels like that, if I'm really honest. And I took my my most used version, in the sense of my version that I modified, or yeah, got the borders off. um because there was a lot going on, and everything is transformational when you look at the cards. um and no matter what other decks came out, I just didn't really feel like, for me, right, that Scorpio energy that was really visible or felt, right, for me personally, in other decks. So for a long time, I stayed, with my Toast Tarot. But over the years, some decks have come in. I don't have a long list, but some decks have come in that really uh, felt like, well, my personal search, right, for that Scorpio energy. Um, and when I was looking back at it, I realized it's still not much, but there are still some that I really would want to share with you. So Toast Tarot, let's see, one that was actually a little bit of a surprise, because, well, I mentioned this when I did the walkthrough of the Shrine of the Black Medusa Tarot. I will put the walkthrough in the description if you're interested. I wanted this deck because it was the first black Thoth, right? And I saw some pictures online, but by the time I could get my hands on it, I kind of didn't look. I bought because it was pretty cheap, in good condition, but secondhand. And then when I got it, I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked, because something about it was like, these are the backs, sorry. Something about it was not clicking. It is very busy. I felt like it was all over the place. And while that might be good in some cases, I don't know what I was expecting when I got this one, or what was not working in that first visual moment. Because the fun part is, I had that. I was really disappointed. I didn't know what to do. I settled on keeping the deck because, well, it's a black artist, right? It's a black deck. It's Thoth. Wow. But I will probably not work with it. And then, that same day that I got it and all this went through my mind, right? There was this video on YouTube. I really don't know whose it was anymore. It rolled, YouTube, and then that popped up. And I heard somebody talking about a deck interview. And of course, I've done deck interviews before, right? I never thought about it. At least not with this one, right? Because I was not happy. It didn't work for me visually, right? But I was like, you know what? I mean, I have it. I paid for it. Let's see. And that deck interview, which was a really simple one, 3 cards, that's it. 1 question. And it changed the vision that I had of this deck in just a second, When that message came through, yeah, something clicked, something happened. That made me, switch, my opinions, like, in a second, which is really weird. Never had that. And I ended up loving this deck because now the images, right, They're all over the place. They're busy. Some, when you look at them, they might not directly make sense. Now I feel like I have a look in my own brain because it's busy. It's all over the place inside there, and things don't make sense. um, so yeah, that really made me click, and because it was really a close connection, I noticed that I was really going to this deck when I had when I'm in that state of transformation, right? When something is going on and huge changes happening, and again, I don't know how to deal with that. I'm too overwhelmed, and then I don't know how to sift through my own brain. This is when I get this deck, and then it feels like, well, even though it's still a mess, a hot mess, right? But I can understand what's in my brain. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. So yes, and since then, right, I feel like this really has that Scorpio energy. Well, my personal vision of that Scorpio energy. And again, I'm not an astrologer. Let me be clear about that. I mentioned it before, it's just how I look at my sign. I'm a Scorpio. And how I engage with that energy, what I feel like is my Scorpio energy, right? Yeah, this one for me is my, well, this definitely has for me that Scorpio energy. And Scorpio season just begun. So this one, I think, because like I said, I take it out now for specific kind of situations, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure this one will pop up in in the coming season, right? Scorpio season is here. Okay, let me show you the next. This one too, I don't think I pulled my deck, right? No. I've been working with this for some time now with cards I made, the Seals of Solomon, the 44 Seals of Solomon. However, not too long ago, I think last week, this week, I don't even know. I was cleaning out my closet. I don't know why I'm going to shuffle. Okay, I'm going to shuffle apparently. I was cleaning out my closet, my tarot closets, and I had this deck in my hand and I had another one in my hand, and that other one is not per se Scorpio energy for me, but they pair beautifully together. So I will take them, I will get that deck in a second. So this is the Fallen Angels Oracle. And yeah, it has that dark kind of energy, right? That death rebirth kind of thing. Again, change, transformation. This is, yeah, the energy, the vibrations, I'm getting from this deck. So this, for me, definitely has that Scorpio energy. At least, like I said, the way I look at my sign, right? This one, yeah, fits that. Okay, so like I said, let me put these under. So the deck I came across in my collection is Carte di Visionatore di Dalgaril. I don't know. I have no clue how to say that. I butchered that, right? Anywho, it has not many cards. I think 31 if I'm not mistaken. And normally this deck is very specific, which is not a big deal because this too is very specific, sorry, for me. And then what I normally would do is get one of my Seal of Solomon cards and one of these, and now I put one of these next to it, and these give beautiful readings. Okay, I will flip through a few, and maybe I will get that Seals of Solomon deck too. I mean, even the colorations, right? They really, really work. So this not per se Scorpio energy, but because this does, I really, really love them together. And this is really a new pairing for me because this pairing, like I said, this week, maybe? Yeah, I think it was somewhere in this week. So, yeah, I mean, look at the colorations. I really love them. They're really beautiful together. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of these two. I'm a huge fan. Okay, so what I wanted to show you, what I normally do, I'm just gonna pull a card from each, you know. So this, yeah, this is a printing I made myself because I had a printing at home, but the cardstock kind of sucked, you know, because it was just cardboard and white. So I kind of designed these ones for myself. So, well, let's do a pull. Okay, I shouldn't be, because it's not like it's a real pull right now, right? Okay, let's see. Not making too much. So I will take one seal. And then I will take a fallen angel. Again, I'm shuffling like I'm doing a real reading. So normally, in all honesty, this would be it. Or I would actually probably have done it like this, you know. But now that I found out, I did some readings this week with these three, and I really love it. I'm still shuffling. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So I will pull one of each. Okay, just for the fun, right? Let's see what it has to say. So the sixth pentacle of the sun, it talks about provides invincibility to the possessor at request. So this is really the meaning of the seal, right? So when I use them in divination, I'm really looking at this and how that might turn into advice kind of thing, you know? So for me, invincibility is there, and I don't mean that in the literal form, but strength, right? But I need to ask for it. In this case, but when you look at here, I see leadership. Yeah, so it's about not requesting it, yeah, but really standing firm in my strength, right? Okay, and this is number 22. Let's see. Oh, here, the opera. Artistic professions, a gift from the arts, creation, illumination. The opera is a card of artists. It talks of painters, actors, and all forms of art. It advises an artistic career. It also shows it in a time that you express your opinions. Artist, give a famous person. Okay, so for me, in this case, the last sentence is kind of showing up, or yeah, calling my attention. It also shows it. It also shows it is time for you to express, yeah, your opinions, right? So standing firm, yeah, in a leadership role means, yeah, I need to express, yeah, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, you know what I mean? Okay, so again, they gave beautiful readings. While this is my Scorpio season deck, these will definitely come into play when I take this deck out, you know? Like I said, these might not be per se Scorpio season for me, but because this is, and these were already a pairing, but yeah, now this is a pairing. So yes, okay, that was a whole thing. Okay, let me see, because now I got decks piled on top of other decks, and then I have some extra decks. Okay. Which one is which one? Okay, this one is here. Yeah, I need to put them away directly because otherwise it's gonna drive me bonkers. Okay. Okay, so I have three more. One of my favorites. I think I may have mentioned this in a other video as well. So the Somnia Tarot. I am weird. And I'm saying that, yeah, because I have this thing that when a deck is immensely popular and it's everywhere, you know, I'm kind of almost on principle. It's really stupid, I know, but it's almost like, yeah, no, you know, because it's everywhere and no. And this happened with this deck. It was everywhere, so I didn't even look at it. And I think it was end of last year, maybe. Do I already have it a year? Probably, or not? I don't know. I think so. Anyway, I it popped somewhere up again, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we're now in a calmer period. I'm not seeing it everywhere anymore, you know. Let me check it out, you know." And I watched the walkthrough, and it was like, I think I was like 4 or 5 cards in, and I was like, "Oh yes, that is like my Scorpio energy kind of deck, you know." So yeah, I got it. I love it. I'm happy, and it's definitely my Scorpio season. I actually picked this one up yesterday for the not for the first time, but starting Scorpio season, I started with this deck. I love this deck. It's so Scorpio to me. Yes, really. And as you know, some of you might know, I actually made an oracle deck for this, which pairs perfectly. But the oracle, even though it pairs perfectly, doesn't really give me Scorpio energy. So weird. It really is a perfect pair. I worked hard on that one. It's beautiful. Love it. But it doesn't give me Scorpio energy. This one does. Yeah. It's like, how do I say that? It's not like lifting the veil. It's like that if here is before the veil and here is after the veil and this is the veil, I feel like I'm right in that veil kind of. Okay, I'm explaining things weird. I hope you understand me a little bit. But yeah, that's how I feel about this deck, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, like I said, I made an oracle, but because the oracle doesn't really feel Scorpio to me, and I can work with this deck in any other season, you know, it just gives me Scorpio energy. But because we're going into Scorpio season, I was like, okay, but I don't want to pair it with that. And this one was already out. I did another reading with it. Oh, sorry. I suck. It's the Earth and Bone Oracle cards. This is the indie edition, but I think it's out now in mass market. So you can get it on Amazon. The design will be a little bit different, I think. But I know it has borders. On some cards, we have less keywords. And the pictures where they are here very dark. Let me switch them also. Where they're here a little bit dark, yeah, the mass market edition I think is fixed in the sense of that it's more light. Okay, so aesthetically, yeah, you might say, and even I might say, yeah, nah. But because they are both, for me, I think my most heavy Scorpio energies, you know, that I really love and I really tap in and I love them for it, you know, I wanted to, well, play with them together, which I did. And again, aesthetically, they might not be the best looking pair, but I love the messages. So, yeah, two of my Scorpio energy decks don't look great together, but they work together. It's like the opposite. But it's both Scorpio energy for me. My death card. Oh! See, I'm only seeing this now. The horse, which... It's like I have two death cards. I like that. You see what's happening here? The devil beast. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, they really work perfectly together when it comes to like I said, energies, you know, messages. Yeah, there's something happening there, and again, I really enjoy it. So yes, these two, love them. Really do. I want to stop, but I'm enjoying even looking at them. I hope this is a little bit clear. I put on a light especially for these ones, so that they were visible. I put them clear to the light because they're so dark. I cannot do readings with this in the evening by candlelight, yeah, because I will not see nothing. I'm thinking about getting the mass market, but I don't like the border and some keywords are gone. Even though when it's brighter, it would be better. I might get it and see how I feel, but I love this one. I mean, this was not in a European indie shop, so if I pay the customs, I really need to love a deck. And I pay customs for this one. See how beautiful they are? I really, really like them. It's like perfection. And like I said, not even aesthetically, right? It's more about, like I said, that vibration, that energy. In even in sight, but also, like I said, in messages, you know. I really like it. Okay, last card for this one. All right, I walked through, well, the whole oracle. So yes, the Earth and Bone Oracle and my beautiful, beautiful Somnia. Really, really love them. Okay, so we're gonna end where we started. Like the cycle is complete. Let me, no, wrong one. Let me put these away. I started with Thoth, right? With my, wait, let me take it one more time. It's not the deck I'm going to show you again, but so I started with my Thoth. For me, this was my Scorpio energy, right? Well, I recently made my own Thoth, the Nubian Thoth. And while for me the Thoth is a deck that I use all year for any kind of reading, it doesn't really matter, right? The deck itself for me has high Scorpio energy. But again, it's very personal, right? So this is the real Thoth. This is the Nubian Thoth. Let me go through them a little bit together, but yeah, I'm loving to work with my own, and I will definitely, yeah, work with this one through this Scorpio season. I've been working with this one for a couple of months now, and yeah, I don't think that will change. Other decks can come in, you know, and I will love them. They will have their time, their place. But again, at the same time, for me, the Thoth is, yeah, any kind of situation. I love these kinds of decks, if I'm really honest. Like I said, for me, definitely Scorpio energy. If I would use it outside of Scorpio season, the Somnia, for example, is a deck I love to work with if I do soul work, you know. Earth and Bone, I use in ancestral readings. Where is it? I am my seals of Solomon and the angels, right? For me, that's high spiritual, but also magical work, right? So they have these places, right, where they fit in. And again, Shrine of the Black Medusa, even though it's a Thoth, it's for me a Thoth base, in all honesty. For me, this is a deck I really pull out when I have too much chaos going on in my mind. So again, they all have these specific places, right? And yeah, my Thoth, whether it's this one or this one now, you know, they come in at any time. I don't have to have a specific reason. Even if I have a specific reason and I don't feel comfortable with any other kind of deck, you know, yeah, my Thoth will come in. So I'm really happy actually with this one. Yeah, I cannot even express how happy I am with my Nubian Thoth. Because even though the energies might be different, right? I do feel like, yeah, for me personally, I did it right. Again, I don't want to sound arrogant, but for me personally, I did it right. When I take this deck, here, because I recently saw this here, yeah. I really took not just the meanings, right? Some I simplified because I'm working with photographs, with collage art, right? Um, so I needed to put something symbolic in real life sometimes. Not with this one, to be honest. Um, but at the same time, I wanted that visual, you know? I need to have that visual there because I'm so familiar with this deck. I want to look at this card and directly know, it's adjustment, right? And I feel in that sense, yeah, it really came through for me. So yeah, again, I'm really happy with this one. So yeah, definitely Toad Energy or Scorpio Energy. Sorry, but yeah, it is a deck. Yeah, for well, whatever which way, you know. It doesn't have a specific practice. It goes everywhere, and I really really like that about it. And they're not in order, right? So we're going through them. So I hope you recognize. I hope you recognize. Am I going through the whole deck? Well, apparently I'm going through the whole deck. I'm just loving it. Here. I put that one aside. Do you see a little bit of what I mean? Again, you can see it's different, and at the same time, I feel like, yeah, when I look at this, I know it's the Five of Swords, right? Yeah, loving that. So yes, I've been really, really happy with this one. This one was kind of funny because we're talking about a skeleton here. I kind of put a real skeleton in there, right? It worked out though. I'm sorry. I see a card coming that I want to put together again. Everything is slippery here. Yeah, these two. See, these are the same. I mean, yes, it's different, and yet still, when I look at this, I know it's my Queen of Swords, you know? And this one, look at mine. I mean, I love it. I really, really, really love it. Yeah. So I cannot help but be proud of this creation, you know? And again, I'm loving it. And we started with the original toe, so I thought it would be great to end, yeah, with my own. Oh, here, look at this one. See, for here, they have the symbols of the planets, right? I mean, I could do that, but I ended up using the real planets. Still think it's fun, though, and I really, really like it. Yeah. Definitely loving it. All right, we're almost there. I mean, I went for it, so now we're gonna go all the way. This was a hard card to create. It was not fun. It drove me a little bit bonkers. Okay, how do I have less cards here? I may have messed some up. Okay. So yes. Like I said, we started with the original, so I feel it's good to close with this one. Like I said, for me, my toes, yeah, it's, well, my everything. I need to have my toes. The fact that I now created one myself, I mean, I'm just happy. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. Okay. Anyway, these were like I said, a few decks that I have on the top of my head, in all honesty. Maybe if I dive in my closet, I will find more, but I feel like, you know what I mean? These are on the top of my head, which also means they're really there. I'm not, what's the word, like far-fetching, right? These are the ones that really have for me that energy. And yeah, like I said, there are some that I will add that don't have that energy, and I don't mind. And then with this one, like I said, I have another one that doesn't have the energy, and then I mind, you know. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, these are some of my, well, favorites. They're really giving that, woohoo, beautiful, beautiful Scorpio energy. Okay, more doesn't fit here. This is it. So yeah, that really give for me that Scorpio energy, and I wanted to share them. Whether you're a Scorpio or you're not a Scorpio, yeah, happy season. Also, if you have decks that you feel like, oh, that is so Scorpio energy, I would love to know, because I'm always looking for them, you know, because I know that there is an energy in there that really attracts me. That yeah, if I make that click to, oh yeah, that's really Scorpio energy, I read these cards differently. Not easier per se, but I don't know, more in a flowy way. I don't know, hard to explain. Anyway, again, if you have some suggestions, please make them. I would love to know. And again, happy Scorpio season. I hope to see you all again soon. Till then, you know what to do. Stay kind, be blessed. Hope to be here back again soon. Okay, bye bye.